Hello all and welcome back. In the previous videos, we have seen what is a data structure, what is the difference between linear and non-linear data structure, and we have seen the time and space complexity. As you all know, data structure is what? Data structure is something which allows us to store data, access data, and manage the data and organize the data, right? Python has got a list of data structures which are inbuilt into them, which are provided ready-made to us. Which are they? List, tuple, set, and dictionary, right? Now, these data structures we have already seen in the previous semester's advanced Python programming course. We will just brush up these data structures one by one. So first of all, we will see a list, right? Now list is a data structure which is present in Python, and what is speciality of this? It stores elements into whatever is stored in a list is called as what? Element, and it is stored in square brackets. For example, if I store 1, 2, 3, then these are called elements of a list, right? Now in a list we can store data which is of the same type or different type. Like if you see the example over here in this, these two are integers, these are strings, and this is a float value, right? So what is a list? It's a data structure in Python that is mutable or changeable. What is the meaning of mutable? Once it is created, I can make changes to that list. I can add something, I can remove something from that list. That is the meaning of mutable, right? And its values are stored in square brackets. Now we will see certain functions and methods related to the list. What am I saying? Functions and methods. Now what is the difference between the both of them perform certain tasks? But if you see the functions, the name of the lists are written inside the bracket over here. Like you see the compare function over here, compare in bracket list 1 and list 2. The names are written in the brackets. Whereas when we see a method, the name is written before the function. That we will see in the next slide, right? Let us see the functions which are present in this slide. First is the compare function. It is going to compare two lists. In case the list has got numeric values, then it is going to compare the two lists, and it will return either a 1, a -1, or a 0 depending on whether the lists are equal, first list is greater or first list is smaller. If both the lists are same, then it's going to return a 0. If the first list is greater, it is going to return a 1. Otherwise, it is going to return a -1. Right? So compare function compare elements of both the list. Then length of the list. If you see the length of this particular list, I am saying L1 is equal to 1, 2, 3. If I see the length of the list, it is the number of elements present in the list. So how many elements are present? 3 elements are present. So it gives you 3 elements, that 3 is the length of this particular list, right? Maximum of the list. If the list has got numeric values, the maximum will give the maximum element present in the list. Over here, it is going to give you 3. Minimum is going to give you 1, right? Minimum is going to give you 1. And the last function over here is a list function. If you specify anything inside this bracket, whether if it is a tuple, that will be converted into a list. So what does this function do? List function do? It converts a tuple into a list. What is a tuple? That we are going to see in the next few slides, right? So these are the functions that are provided in the list. Now let us see certain methods that are provided in the list. We have got as good as 9 functions over here, right? Now the first function is list1.append object. As I told you, a list is mutable. Okay, so if a list is mutable, then we can add something to it, and to add something to it we can use a append object. Now where does the append object add the data? It adds to the end. So if I've got a list, if who has got values 1, 2 and 3, and I say list1 dot append, yeah, l dot append 4, it is going to be added at the end of this 3. One more element will be added, and that is what? 4. So append adds object to the end of the list. Now if I say list dot count, as I have said over here, these all are methods, and in a method the name of the list is written before the method and a dot is put up. Now these methods follow object oriented approach, and this is what is the topic of unit number 2. So it will be more clear to you what is this dot and what is this object. Okay, so what we say, list is an object over here, right? So it's going to follow an object oriented method. Fine. So what is list dot count going to do? It is going to count how many values are there inside the list. Now list dot extend. What is the difference between append and extend? With the help of append, I can append only one value at the end. In case of extend, I can append more than one value. So if I say list dot extend 5, 6, 7, so these three values will be added at the end of the list, right? List dot insert. Now this, and there are two parameters over here, index and object. Object is what you want to add into the list, and index gives you the position of the list. Okay, now every element, what I told you, element is what is stored in the list is called as element. Every element has got some position, and the position by default starts from what? 0. So I say that 1 is stored at 0th position in the list, 2 is stored at 1 position in the list, okay, 3 is stored at 2 position in the list, right? So each and every element has got an index. This is called a position, and that position is called as what? Index. So here if I say list dot index comma object, means if I say list dot insert 1 comma 5, so what will happen? At first position, at first index, what will be inserted? 5 will be inserted. And what will the list become then? 1, 5, 2 and 3. This 5 is inserted at the first position. So this will become the new list, right? So using append, using extend and using insert, we can add elements to the list. Okay, here one element is added to the end. Here a list of elements are added at the end. Over here one element is added to a particular position. Now to remove, we have got these functions. First one is list dot pop. Normally pop removes an element from the end. So if I pop from this list, what I will get? 3. I pop once again, what I will get? 2, and so on. Fine. If you want to remove from a particular position, you say list dot remove object. Okay, so list dot remove object. If I say list dot remove 5, it is going to remove this 5 from the list. If I say list dot reverse, it is going to reverse the list 3, 2, 5 and 1. If I say list ones or sort, it is going to arrange the order either ascending or descending. So if I say this, I want to sort this list, it will give me 1, 2, 3 and 5. So these are the methods present in the list. Now let us take the next data structure, that is tuple. Now tuple is similar to a list. Quite a few differences. The tuple is stored in round brackets. To define the elements of a tuple, we require round brackets. Another thing is, a tuple is immutable, means we cannot change the values inside a tuple. Okay, and it is written in round brackets. Again, it is used to store multiple values into a single variable. Okay, so if I say tuple t1 is equal to, I say 1, 2, 3, I say tuple T1 is equal to 1, 2, 3. The similar one example is given over here in tuple equal to 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. These are the elements of the tuple, right? So these are the functions, similar functions that we have got in list. This is going to compare two tuples, is going to give you the length of the tuple, the maximum, minimum, and this is going to convert a list into a tuple. These are the functions present inside the tuple. All these functions we have seen in list, and the same thing they are going to perform with a tuple, right? If you see over here, in a tuple is immutable, so I cannot add anything to a tuple, I cannot remove anything from a tuple. So these are the two methods that are available with a tuple, and they are count and index. Okay, so what does count do? It returns the number of times a specified value objects occurs in a tuple. So if I have got a tuple and in which I have stored 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I say I want to count how many times this 3 is present inside the tuple. So what I will say, t dot count 3. So it is going to count how many times 3 is present in this particular tuple. So it will return 1. What is index going to do? It is going to search the tuple for a specified value. So if I say t dot index 2, so it is going to give me the occurrence where it was found. Okay, so it was found at which position? First position. It is going to give you the first position. So these are the methods with the tuple. Next is a set, right? A set is a collection of items not in any particular order, and a speciality of a set is the values are not repeated in a set. Okay, and it is denoted with braces. Okay, these are the brackets it is denoted with. So just see an example of set over here. What is it showing? The days of a week. Okay, so as I told you, no values are repeated inside a tuple. And what are the methods of a tuple? Add something to the set. Clear is to remove all the elements from the set. Discard and removes a specific element from a set, and pop is going to remove the last added element to the set. So if you remove from this days, it is going to remove what? Sunday. If you use a pop function, it is going to remove a Sunday, right? So these are the methods. Now, most important methods of a set are these: union, okay, intersection, and difference. Suppose I have got two sets. First set S1, okay, has got a values 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. I have got set S2 over here. It has got values 1, 1, 4, 6. 1, 4, 6. Now, if I carry out these three operations, or I use these three methods, if I say S1 dot union S2, what do I say? S1 dot union S2. So what all elements are there from S1 and S2, okay, that will be the result, and the values which are common in both will occur only once. So if I say S1 dot union S2, it is going to return me a set which has got values 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. As you know, in a set the values are not repeated, so whatever is common is going to occur only once. See, this one is present over here also, it is present over here also, but it is occurring only one time over here, right? So this is the union method. If I say S1 dot intersect S2, if I say S1 dot intersect S2, right? So it is going to give you the intersection of S1 and S2, means it is going to give you what is common between S1 and S2. So what is common between S1 and S2? This one. So the answer of S1 dot intersect S2 is a set which gives you the value 1, which is present in both the sets. Then we have got a difference. Okay, difference means if I say S1 dot difference S2, S1 dot difference S2, so it will give me what is there in S1 but not in S2, elements which are there in S1 but not in S2. That is what it is going to give us. So which are the elements which are there in S1 but not in S2? 2 and 3. 1 is already there over here, so it is not going to be counted. So the answer of this difference is 2 and 3. Just as we have got methods over here, same thing can be achieved with the help of operators. Like this is the equal to, it is going to check whether two sets are equal. This is going to check whether they are not equal. This is going to check whether one set is less than the other set. Okay, this is going to be the union, the intersection, and the difference. S1 minus S2 means the difference. So it can be achieved with the help of operators also. It can be achieved with the help of methods as well, right? Then we come to the last, that is dictionary. In a dictionary, the data is stored in, again in brackets, just like we store it in sets, but they are stored in a key value manner. For example, here the key is 1 and the value is apple. The key is 2 and the value is ball. Okay, so it is stored in a key value manner, right? Now these are some of the dictionary functions, right? Compare function, length of the dictionary. Now this is going to convert a dictionary into a string, right? Then what is the type of value present in the dictionary? So these are the functions, some dictionary functions. Now let us see some move functions. Okay, this will remove all the values from the dictionary. This will copy one dictionary to the other. Now this is an important function. What does this function do? Dict1 dot from keys. Now it is going to create a new dictionary with the keys from the sequence and values set to value. So it is going to create one dictionary from another dictionary by taking keys and values. So if I say over here, if I say dict1 dot get key comma default equal to none, it is going to get me the key. Okay, These is going to be items. Items will give you both keys as well as values. This will give me all the keys present in the dictionary, right? This will give me a specific value for a key. Okay, it will give me a specific value for a key, and this is going to update the dictionary, one dictionary with the another dictionary. Fine. So this will give me this particular function, values function will give me all values that are present in the dictionary, right? So these are some of the dictionary methods. Thank you, and in the next video we are going to see what are arrays, and then we will see what is the difference between array and the list data structure, right? Thank you.